you were chasing your teammate there toward the end. Looked like you made a couple of moves, a couple of runs at him. Did you just not have enough to get by?
Well, I sure did want to. He was better than I was off of 4, and I was better than he was off of 2. So, I knew I had to make it happen off of 2, but wadding it up wasn't a great idea either. And both of us were driving for all we were worth, and I couldn't get him.
You said in the pre-race show today that this was going to be a dogfight. You anticipated a battle to the very end. Can you just kind of give us a synopsis of how the racing was during the course of the 160 laps? And, of course, we saw the fierce finish.
I was just, I asked for a chance, to be in the fray. And Alan and all our 5 team, Kellogg's CarQuest, and all the guys that support us, everybody at Hendrick Motorsports, gave me a chance, and that's all I asked for.
And Juan, Pablo, Montoya, after leading 116 laps, what was it like to hear that over the radio you got a penalty?
It kind of sucks, but it's what it is. Everybody at the Target Chevy did an amazing job. I thought it was on the speed, and, we got lights. I was on the lights every time, and actually, that lap I came in slower than the previous one, and they said, you're speeding. So it's what it is. We had a deal like that before, and once it happens, you can't change it, so it's pretty frustrating, but it shows where we're going with the team.
What was it like to be out there leading again at Indianapolis Motor Speedway?
It actually reminded me of the last time I led here. It was kind of easy, to be honest. I was cruising. The car was stupid fast.
You only lost 1 position in the points. Where's your head right now as you look forward?
Same thing, just top 10s. Try to get top 10s every week and, ride every week because, things like that can really throw a championship.
How would you rate the run here today?
Well, I think we were pretty consistent today. I mean, we had one just minor hiccup that we lost 4 spots in the pits, but got half of those back in the first 10 laps after the restart and got back up where we wanted to be toward the end there. We weren't fast enough to run with Mark and Jimmy, but we were just a little bit too tight in the center, but really proud of Darren Grubb and everybody on this Old Spice Office Depot team. Our Chevy was awesome, and really proud of our organization. It's awesome to be able to come here our first time and finish in the top 3 like this.
Tony, you love this state, you love this track. Was this what the fans needed to make up for last season?
Yeah, I mean, I really got to give Goodyear a pat on the back. I mean, not once did I don't think any of us in the field have to worry about the tires. We were able to run as hard as we wanted to run right off the bat and not have to worry about that. And that's due to a lot of hard work and effort from Goodyear and the teams and drivers that came here and tested to get ready for this race. There were a lot of laps put down by a lot of teams, and it costs a lot of money to do that. But, it shows the commitment that NASCAR and Goodyear and the teams made to making sure that the fans had a good show today.
Well, Brian Vickers had a good day today, a top 5 finish, but as he just said, well, not good enough because I'm not standing down there in victory lane. But in the big picture of things, to come here, run top 5, as difficult as this track is, and some of the issues you had, I know you had a tire going down late. In the big picture, how do you feel about it?
The big picture was a good day. We couldn't risk ruining a good points day to go chase the breaks, but, man, it'd been nice to win. So proud of the Red Bull crew. We had a great car all day. I think if we'd have got the track position, we would have had a shot at it, but it wasn't for lack of a great pit crew. They did a phenomenal job all day on pit road. There, that last run, we had a left rear going down, and it was pretty low by the end of the run. We were lucky to hang on to 5th, but it is what it is.
Another Hendrick member, Jeff Gordon, started 22nd. He ended up 9th. So, Jeff, your overall impressions of how the car raced today with this new tire?
I mean, the tire was pretty good. It would take off with a lot of grip, and then the grip would go away. So that's kind of what you search for. This is a tough racetrack. It always has been. It's kind of a one groove, and it's very tough to pass. So, I felt like we didn't have quite as good a car as we needed in traffic, but the speed was certainly there. Under the green flag stops, I felt like we were as good as anybody, and we could make some passes. But, once we got bunched up on those double file restarts, I just wasn't as good, especially that last one I got on the outside. So, decent day for DuPont Chevrolet, great day for Jimmy and Chad and all the guys on that Lowe's Chevrolet and Hendrick Motorsports. I really thought Mark was going to get it, but, it's great to see it come home to Rick and another Brickyard 400, which is pretty spectacular.
It's a good run. How would you assess it? Was it as good as it seemed at the finish?
It was. When you're shutting your car off coasting half the straightaway, that's certainly not going as fast as you can go. And we just had to move over and let Tony Stewart go by to save enough fuel to finish the race. And we're thinking back Michigan leading with a half a lap running out of gas. So we wanted to get the 3M piston earplug Ford Fusion here on the grid, and we knew 4th was better than 3rd if we could finish. And so that's what we decided to do, a little fuel mileage strategy. And, we just thank the fans for coming out and watching today. After what happened last year, hats off to Goodyear, all the hard work they did to put on a great race here today.
And started out this race just outside the chase in 13th position. You picked up 2 spots to number 11. How big is that in the big picture?
It's big, but I think of the little things. I think of that 5 points I gave to Tony Stewart, just having to, let him go to save enough fuel. But with 4 laps to go, and we'll have to wait and see. We'll check our fuel and see if we could have made it. But we're happy to get back on track, 4th place. We're pretty happy.